Okay, today I want to talk about lowering a 2015 690 KTM 690 Enduro R. The first thing you have to do is to tie down the front wheel. You're going to be getting the rear wheel off the ground, and if you don't want it to turn into a teeter-totter, you have to secure the front wheel to the ground somehow, with tie downs or whatever. Okay, now after you do that, you have to remove the skid plate. 2 bolts in the front, and it slides out of the back because it mounts into the foot peg mounts, which we have to remove. Okay, next thing is you position a scissor jack under the engine and raise the rear wheel off the ground. Remove the foot peg brackets. There's 1 bolt at the swing arm pivot and 2 bolts underneath. The right one is kind of tough because the master cylinder's on there and you've got all kinds of brake linkage and stuff, so all you have to do is just move it out of the way. As soon as you get those off, then you'll see the front pivot shaft has 2 bolts on it, 1 from each side through the frame. You remove those 2 bolts and then remove the nut from the back of the linkage. There's the stock linkage, by the way. Okay, as soon as you get those out, then you have to drive the shafts out from inside. There's a shaft in the front and a shaft in the back. Then you can take the link out. Now, once you get that link out, then you put in the new one. Let's see if we can get a good look at that. That's the gold link right there. It's a Kouba link, and it's a little bit longer. Allows the back end of the engine to drop down, or the back end of the back wheel to drop down. So as soon as you get that in there, you can put your shafts back in and put the bolts on the front and on the back. That's where the scissor jack comes in handy, because you'll have to lower the back of the bike to get those to line up, or raise the rear wheel, which I would prefer to drop the jack. But anyway, so then you put those back in, you put the nuts on it. There's it back up here. Okay. Then all you have to do is torque everything back down. Replace the foot peg mounts. And then it's time to move to the front. This is a little easier. You loosen the triple clamp bolts on the bottom and the top. What I usually do is I loosen one side, let it settle, and tighten them down, then go to the other side, loosen them, let it settle, and just kind of work back and forth until you get down where you want to be, which in my case I went down 1 inch. So it may change that, I don't know. That's where I'm starting from right now. That way it brings the front end back down even with the back end. Okay, the one other thing that you have to do, and this is probably the hardest one, is the side stand. The side stand will be too long. The bike will sit up really, really straight, and that's after you unload the suspension. So I cut 1 inch out of mine, and it still sits up pretty straight, so I may take another 1/2 inch out of it. I'm going to try it and find out. But that's basically what it's all about. I hope this helped. See you later.